Hello everyone, welcome back. Severed is here. Yes, I'm not dead, and honestly, let's just get right into it. As right now, we start in a classroom. Students are sitting in their seats before the teacher comes through the door. He looks into the students before speaking up, holding a papers in his hands saying, "Alright students, today is your last day on middle school, so I got you papers that you need to fill up, because you're gonna have to make your decision where you wanna go. But honestly, why would I even bother? I know what you all want to be. You all want to be heroes, right?" As he tossed the papers up in the air with all the students getting excited, activating their powers in the second. Before one of the students jumped on top of the desk, saying, "Teach, don't compare me to these losers. I'm gonna be the best hero there is. Those losers will be lucky if they become a sidekick of a sidekick." As the teacher looks into Bakugo and said, "Oh, of course, Katsuki Bakugo. You're going to UA, I see." As some of the students start talking, saying, "Is he serious? UA? Isn't that the best hero school in the world? Yeah, I heard that getting into it is literally impossible. Is he really going to there? I mean, he do have an amazing power and all." As the teacher looks into the papers, he notices another name, Izuku Midoriya, as he said, I see that Izuku Midoriya want to go into UA too." As everybody getting immediately quiet, they look behind. At the back of the class, there's just that one green-head student with a noticeable scar on the right side of his mouth, just writing in his notebook some stuff. Everybody just stares at him before Midoriya finally looks up after the teacher calls on his name again, saying, "Midoriya, you want to join UA too?" As he looks into the teacher saying, "Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, I'm also going to UA. Is there a problem?" As everybody just looking very quiet, dumbfounded. They also start whispering between themselves saying, "Is he serious? But isn't he like..." "Yeah, I know, but you saw what he did last week? Against Bakugo? Yeah, didn't they get expelled for it?" Me and as Bakugo just getting angry, start hearing everybody's, talking and whispering about how Midoriya and Bakugo's little history. As Bakugo looks into Midoriya, jumps down from the top of the desk saying, "Oi, Deku, you..." As the teacher said, "Alright, Bakugo, don't you dare get anywhere closer to him. You two are already caused enough troubles as it is in the last week. Didn't I tell you to stay away from Midoriya?" As Bakugo said, "Whatever." As Bakugo sits back in his seat, and he said, "Sheesh, you two really need to get along." Anyway, as the teacher continues his class, and when the bell finally rings, telling everybody to go home, everybody leaves the class. Midoriya starts putting his stuff in his bag, while pushing something out of the way to put some more space aside. As Izuku said, "Oh, I still have this. Man, I should have kept it in the house. Am I even allowed to carry it around with me? Nobody should see it." As Midoriya closed his bag quickly, as he was about to take his notebook in his hand, but suddenly Bakugo grabs it from the desk, saying, "Oi, Deku, are you seriously going to UA, you useless, quirkless... fucking..." As Midoriya said, "What?" Start running out of insults. As Bakugo looks at him, saying, "You little..." As Midoriya said, "Oh, and that belongs to me. Hand it over, Katsuki." As Bakugo looks at him and said, "What if I don't?" As the two goons of Bakugo behind his friends are getting a bit scared, as he said, "Katsuki, maybe you should hand him back. You know what?" "Shut up! I'm not scared of a little quirkless brat like you. You have no power whatsoever. What makes you so special?" As Midoriya said, "Why do you care so much? You have a fancy quirk of your own. Isn't that enough for you?" As Bug said, I was supposed to be the only person from this shitty school to get into UA, and now you're saying that you have a chance to get into the hero course, and not in any school in UA? Yeah, as if. As Midoriya said, it's not like I'm making you pay for my acceptance. Now, please, hand over my notebook. I promised my mother not to engage in any more troubles with you. So don't force my hands. As Buck said, I would love to see you try. As Midoriya said, really? Remember what happened last time? Is your wrist still hurting? As Baku looks at his other hand that he just puts in his pocket. As Midoriya said, what's the matter? I thought it healed. Now, if you don't want me to break the other wrist of yours, hand over my notebook. As Midoriya and Baku just stare at each other for a solid minute before, well, Baku blinks and suddenly the notebook in his hand just disappears. He looks in front of him, there is no Midoriya. But when he looks into the the door of the class, he sees Midoriya already leaving the class saying, bye. Tell Auntie I said hi. As he just leaves, and Baku's standing there saying, that little piece of... As... Let's get out of here. As... Right now, Midoriya is walking back home, while looking into his notebook, writing some more stuff about designing some interesting concepts. Blades and knives and some other stuff that he's thinking that he should show these to the old man. He might, make him something out of it. Maybe... No, that won't work. Oh, this is a good idea. As well, he's just keeping thinking. Suddenly he gets a message on his phone. As when he looks into the message, it's his mom messaging him, telling him, Dear, we ran out of cat food. Can you run by the store and grab some more? As Izuku just writes, okay, I'll, run by the store and grab some more. As, well, that's what Midoriya did. Ran into the store, grabbed some cat food, and then started walking back home. As he continued to walk, suddenly he enters, as he enters through a tunnel, he feels something around him, behind of him. As he immediately dodges into the left, and the sludge villain that was about to grab his body is shocked to see that the kid managed to dodge his attack, as he said, he managed to dodge me? As Midoriya looks saying, what the hell is this? Giant go monster? As he said in his mind, this is not good. Damn it. Why is now of all times? Well, I guess I'll gonna have to. As Midoriya starts opening his bag, but suddenly, before he pulls anything out, somebody appear out of nowhere saying, I am here! As Midoriya sees the number one hero himself, All Might, standing tall, as he yells on the top of his lungs, Texas Smash! As immediately the sludge villain splashes all over the tunnel. Before Midoriya, face covered with some sludge of the villain, he swapped it away, looks into All Might in absolute excitement and just, joy. It's All Might. He's excited for specifically two reasons. One is All Might himself, and second, God, when will I ever be able to get that physique? As All Might looks into the kid saying, young man, are you alright? As Izuku said, yeah, I'm perfectly fine, thank you very much. As All Might said, you're welcome. Anyway, I need to clean this mess. Thankfully you weren't hurt. Were you? As Midoriya said, no, I weren't. I'm very good at dodging. As he said, happy to hear that. As Midoriya asked for an autograph from All Might, which he, happily agreed upon. As he opens Midoriya's notebook to try finding an empty page, he, goes over some interesting designs, to say the least. And some weird-ass names like, what the hell is the inverted spear of heaven? As well, Midoriya said, are you gonna sign? As always, oh yeah, of course. As well, he just signs his notebook before handing it back into Midoriya. After collecting the sludge villain, All Might was about to leave by jumping away, but suddenly Midoriya remembers something important. As All Might was about to jump away, Midoriya grabs into his leg. All Might in the middle of the air, he feeling something holding his leg. Something that's holding his leg real tightly, like start to really hurt as he looks down to see Midoriya as he said, "What the hell? Kid, let go of me!" As Midoriya said, "I'll die if I let go of you." As All Might said, "Oh yeah, right, I guess hold on tight then." As All Might landing on a building before Midoriya leaves his leg, as All Might, finally have his leg back, he said, "Ouch. Man, this kid really has some strong grip on his hands. What kind of an enhancement quirk does he have?" As Midoriya, All Might said, "Alright kid, what the hell was that about? Why did you grab into me?" As Midoriya said, "I need to ask you a question." As All Might said, "A question so important that you need to risk your life on?" As Midoriya said, "Oh, well, I guess. Just please hearing me out." As All Might said, "Alright. Tell me, what do you want?" As Midoriya said, "Well, it's about me. I wanted to be a hero since I was a little kid, and also I liked you very much. You were always inspiring me." And as well, he's talking, suddenly All Might buffs down as Midoriya said, "Oh, what? You're fake?" As he immediately opens his bag, was about to pull something, but immediately All Might said, "Calm down, kid. I'm All Might. I just that. Let me just explain." As well, he explained the whole situation with his injury and everything. Midoriya have already left his bag and closed it back again. As he said, "Oh, so that's it." As All Might said, "Yeah. Anyway, back to your question. What did you want?" As Midoriya continued talking, saying, "I wanted to be a hero since I was a child." And All Might said, well, are you asking me if you can be a hero? Because, you can be for certain. Your grab was very strong on my leg. What kind of quirk do you have, actually? As Midoriya said, "That's the thing. I have no quirk. In fact, I have no quirk genetics at all. The doctors said something that my body is completely normal. Well, as normal as they get, at least. They brought their own theory about me being a sign of human evolution to combat the, quirk's doomsday theory. Quirks are keeping evolving by the day, and eventually they'll be stronger, much too strong for anybody to control them. So they thought that the reason why my body was so different than any normal child, it's because I'm a first sign of human evolution, so they can handle these quirks. And that's why I'm quirkless. I trained my whole life to become a hero, but still there's always this little doubt in the back of my mind that I can't be a hero. So tell me, All Might, if I worked even harder, and I will work even harder, can I be a great hero like you, even without a quirk?" As All Might looks down, taking a deep breath and said, "Listen, kid. How can I say this? Life is very hard. I've seen a lot of dangerous villains in this world. Villains that will not hesitate to kill you the moment that they get the chance. Villains with many different abilities, terrifying abilities. And a quirkless person like you, even though that I can, see that you've been training quite hard. The pain in my leg is a sign of that for sure. But still, you'll just get in the way, kid. Maybe become a police officer? People make fun of them for taking the villains away, but it's still an honest job. I know a couple of good police officers myself. It's okay to have a dream, but make sure that your dream is realistic." As this answer, Izuku looks down as he sits. So that's how it is. As All Might said, listen, kid, I'm sorry, But when he looks closer into Midoriya, he see him smiling. Kid, as Midoriya looks up into the sky saying, then I am really just a curse after all. As All Might said, a curse? What are you talking about? I didn't say that you were a curse, As Midoriya just opens his shirt up saying, no, you made your point very obvious, All Might. As he starts taking steps back. Slowly, All Might said, kid, what are you doing? As Midoriya starts speaking up saying, you're just like the rest, doubting me. Don't worry, I got used to it. Everybody calls me useless after all, as Midoriya getting closer and closer into the edge of the building while All Might stood up and started panicking a bit saying, kid, what are you doing? Hold on a second, maybe you should, as Midoriya said, all this time since I was a child I never were anything special. Even my father left my mother just because I was quirkless. As he started getting closer into the edge. As All Might said, kid, slow down. As Midoriya said, since that day I've been bullied restlessly. Everybody was telling me that I was nothing more than a waste of oxygen and a dead weight. As he gets closer into the edge, All Might said, kid, as he starts, running towards him, but then Midoriya jumps on the fence of the, edge of the building as he is literally, inches away from his demise. As he said, since that day, I made a promise to myself that I'll be the strongest regardless of all of what you guys say. Doesn't matter if I doesn't have a quirk. Your words won't take me down, All Might. It won't. I'm telling you this. But why don't I just end it right here, If I am really such a cursed child, how about I spare everybody my cursed existence and just end it? As All Might said, kid, what the hell is wrong with you? Just get down from the fence, please. As Midoriya looks into All Might and said, your words hurt me. I always looked up to you. But I'm gonna use this pain to prove you wrong. I'm gonna be a hero. I'm gonna be the #1 hero. I'll show you all that I can be a hero. Your words this day, All Might, will not bring me down. In fact, it just motivated me even further beyond. And when I do become a hero, the look on everybody's face, especially yours, will be priceless. As Midoriya jumps back in front of All Might and didn't take the leap. As All Might takes a sigh of relief saying, what the hell is wrong with this child? He almost gave me a heart attack. As Midoriya takes his back, buttons back his shirt and, goes down the stairs saying, alright, bye. Sorry for scaring you. As All Might said, oh, wait, you're just gonna leave? But as Midoriya just already left, leaving All Might on the top of the building just in complete confusion. He just almost saw the kid commit suicide. What else do you expect from the guy? Poor dude. Anyway, as Midoriya walks down the streets, just texting his mother, telling her that he got the cat food. As he's doing that, suddenly an explosion can be heard in the distance. As Midoriya rushes to the place to see that the sludge villain that All Might captured minutes ago is free. And not just free, he has a hostage. And not any hostage. It's his old childhood / bully, Bakugo. As Midoriya looks into this, he says, Bakugo Katsuki? As the Bakugo just constantly throwing explosion, trying to get the villain off of him, while Midoriya is saying, what the hell is going on? But how did he, as he remembers, when he grabbed into All Might's leg, the bottle must have fell off. Does this mean this is my fault? Is Bakugo gonna die because of me? as the heroes aren't doing anything. Some people are questioning that, but they just say that they don't have the right quirks for this. Midoriya looks into the left to see All Might just grabbing into his stomach, as All Might looks into the kid too. Izuku looks in front of him and gulps his throat, saying, "If it's my fault, he's gonna die because of me. What kind of hero will let somebody die?" As Midoriya takes a deep breath, saying, "But more importantly, if I save him, the look on his face will be priceless." As Midoriya unbuttons his shirt again, before taking off his bag. As he opens it, All Might looks into the child as he says, "Wait, what is he doing?" As he sees Midoriya taking something out of his bag, a sheathed weapon, as he put it around his belt, and then looks into All Might. And in that single second, All Might looks into the kid's eyes and he just realized what the kid is about to do. Immediately he said, "Wait, kid, you're not," as suddenly the kid jumps over everybody's head. The hero seeing him and said, "Wait, what the?" as he starts rushing straight into the villain. As he rushing forward, the hero said, "Kid, come back here, what the hell are you doing?" As he starts rushing, pulling the blade out of its place, as he yells in as loud as possible, "Demon Slaughter!" As immediately he rushes towards the villain, the sludge villain seeing the kid rushing towards him, as he throws some sludgy tentacles towards him. However, Midoriya dodges those with ease, as he rushing tries to stab the sludge villain in his right eye, jumps up in the air above this sludge villain and stabs him in one of his eyes, which hurt him very, very painfully, especially this blade. The sludge villain don't understand why, but that blade, when he stabbed him in his eye, it just didn't just feel like it stabbed his eye. It felt 10 times more painfuler, as immediately Midoriya spins around the blade a bit as he throws it into the other, eye of the sludge villain. However, the sludge villain moves his body out of the way, as Midoriya's blade stabs into the wall, as he said, "Damn it, I shouldn't have thrown it. Man, if only I had Tori with me right now." As immediately the sludge villain throwing more tentacles into Midoriya while Midoriya dodging him. The sludge villain immediately grabs some broken glass on the ground, using it with his sludge arm, creating, a sludgy arm filled with glass, pieces, which will just gonna slash Midoriya real good. As he almost goes to hit Midoriya with that, he managed to dodge it again, but not before the sludge villain using another tentacle, not a one that doesn't have glass in it, to slam Midoriya into the side of the wall. As Midoriya slams into the side of the wall, he looks above his head to see the Demon Slaughter blade. As the sludge villain was about to throw the, arm with the glass into Midoriya to hit him, Midoriya immediately pushes himself up by using his leg, grabbing into the Demon Slaughter with his arm hanging from the side of the wall, immediately pulling it out before kicking his feet on the wall, jumping into the other side of the wall, as he starts bouncing left and right on the wall quickly and quicker, before then finally cutting a cable as he's doing that, an electric cable. As he throws it into the ground, the sludge villain is wondering what the hell is this kid doing, but suddenly, from behind the sludge villain, an arm just goes right into his, into his insides, as Bakugo feels something grabbing him and pulling him out quickly. The sludge villain is really shocked by this. The kid managed to snatch the kid out of him, as Midoriya throws Bakugo and tossing him to the rest of the heroes. As immediately they catch Bakugo, but the sludge villain take this chance to attack Midoriya. However, Midoriya dodges his attack quickly, and then using the cable that he just cut, the live wire of electricity, throws it into the sludge villain, as the sludge villain, having the wire inside of him being sludge, kind of got the electricity through his whole, sludgy body and electrocuted him until he just became a pile of goo on the, floor, with his eyes just floating on top of the goo. as Midoriya sheathes back his demon slaughter inside his, sheath, taking a deep breath while touching his chest, saying, Alright, nothing is broken, thankfully. As when he looks back, he just see a bunch of shocked faces. Absolutely shocked faces. And among all of these shocked faces is All Might. As he said, he just... As immediately the heroes rush into the scene to comprehend the villain, immediately capturing him inside a bottle or something like that, while also start scolding Midoriya for attacking, as he said, "What were you thinking? Were you just jumping into the villain's trait like this? And beside, you can't use your quirk, kid." As Midoriya said, "Well, I guess I'm not in trouble." As the hero said, "What do you mean?" As Midoriya said, "I didn't use my quirk. In fact, I don't have a quirk to begin with." What? Death Arms is dumbfounded, as he said, "Wait, you don't? No way you don't." As Midoriya said, "Believe it or not, I don't." Which technically means you have nothing on me, do you? As Midoriya raises an eyebrow. Or is it just that you're furious that a kid came and saved fixed the problem before you heroes do it? I mean, I would be furious too. If I was a hero with an amazing quirk, I would be very angry if a quirkless child just showed up out of nowhere and fixed the problem before I could. As Death Arms is getting angry, saying, "What the hell are kids? Stop talking like this." As well, Death Arms can't really comprehend Midoriya for illegal quirk usage. However, some news reporter rushed towards Midoriya to talk to him, asking him what did he do, and that they heard that he is quirkless. However, Death Arms still gonna, arrest Midoriya for, legal ownership of a weapon, I guess. However, suddenly, out of nowhere, All Might himself appear, as he said, "I am here. Seems that I'm late. But it seems that the heroes have already handled the situation." Immediately, the news reporters surround All Might. Death Arms sees All Might, he telling him that this could, gonna be in a lot of trouble, but All Might tells the hero that it's alright, I saw what this young man did. You can't capture him and send him to jail for doing the right thing. He jumped in the situation when nobody else did. That's the heart of a true hero. Whether you are quirkless or not. As All Might was about to put his hand on Midoriya's shoulder, but Midoriya slaps it away as he said, "Get it off. Don't start acting nice to me now." As he just walks away. As All Might said, "Oh, I guess I deserved that." As while he's walking, he walked past Bakugo before giving him a little smirk on the right side of his face, and Bakugo looked at this, it just infuriated him. And when Midoriya saw the look on his face, it was just as he imagined. Priceless. As he's walking back home, he's just, looking into his demon slaughter, saying, I should stop throwing you away, do I? If the old man saw me throw you away and toss you like garbage, he'll kill me. I shouldn't be carrying weapons around with me. As while he's walking, suddenly somebody slid in front of him, saying, "I am here." Damn it. As All Might immediately transformed back into his normal form. Before looking into Midoriya, as Izuku said, "Oh, it's you. Again." As All Might said, "Yes, it's me. Again." As Izuku said, "What do you want now? Are you here to arrest me for illegal weapon ownership?" As All Might said, "No. You're lucky I, pulled some strings so they don't have to arrest you." As Midoriya said, "Thanks. I guess that's one nice thing you did to me today." As All Might said, "Listen, kid. What I said to you earlier, it was very wrong. But when you saved that kid from the sludge villain, I saw you in action. You were amazing. Absolutely magnificent work. If you can't be like this without a quirk, You just, not just that you were strong, but it was just your heart, your heroic heart, jumped in a situation where nobody else was willing to move. You moved straight in. Your body moved at its own, and you saved that kid with all your will and power, when I myself haven't had that encouragement and the power to do so myself. As All Might start explaining to him, if you want to be a hero, then let me offer you my power. One for all, a quirk that is pass. Wait, what? As Midoriya said, I'll pass. I don't care what your quirk you're giving me. Or even if you can't give quirk in the first place. As All Might said, oh, but you said you wanted to be a hero. As Midoriya said, oh yeah, I said I wanted to be a hero. I didn't say I wanted to be the kind of hero you want me to be. What? Does it now scare you that I actually have potential to be the first quirkless hero, so you decided to give me a quirk in order to ensure that that never happens? So you can keep the 20% of humanities that are quirkless under the radar, so they could never have hopes of actually achieving their dreams? As All Might suddenly feels the weight of the kid's words straight on his heart, as he said, damn it, why the hell is this kid so cruel? As Midoriya said, All Might said, this is totally not what I was thinking about. I am, as Midoriya said, really? Because it certainly sounds like it. As All Might said, I swear, kid, I'm trying to offer you a quirk here. Don't you want a quirk? As Midoriya said, no. At least not anymore. If you gave me this offer like when I was 4, maybe I'll agree. But now, I already decided on my dream. I'm gonna join UA and become the first quirkless hero. And I'll show you all that I can be a hero. Today is the first villain that I defeat. A first of many. Mark my word, All Might. You'll see me in the class of UA. If you teach there, that is. Well, apologies, but I have to return home. I'm already late as it is. And Tori gets hungry, too. As All Might said, who the hell is Tori? But, kid, are you sure as Midoriya said, I already told you. I'll pass. As All Might said, but you can't be serious that you really want to be a hero without a quirk. I mean, you did amazing, but you also struggle. As Midoriya said, want to bet on it? As All Might said, what? What? I'll bet on myself that I'll be a hero, better than even you. How about that for a deal? As All Might said, what are you talking about? As Midoriya said, whatever. Go find somebody else to give this power to. Not really interested. I'll never be interested. Goodbye, All Might. As Midoriya walks away, with All Might standing there, left with the harsh word of the kid's rejection. Not only rejecting his quirk, but also kind of calling All Might a racist. Anyway, I guess this is enough for one episode, so tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you love it, hate it, and give me your criticism. I do like to be criticized. I know that sounds weird, but tell me if you liked it too. Well, I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, why are you even still watching the video so far? There's literally nothing for you to hear anymore, so bye.